Just tell us your tale from the last time you were in the squad and now, and sort of how your career has gone up and down a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm in the squad for about, I think it's 18 months now. I think a few injuries in that time, and I lost of form. I wasn't scoring, I wasn't playing, I wasn't being myself. And that's why I found myself out the squad. But I feel like I've got that back. I'm back to playing my best, and I'm having a good, successful season at Sheffield United now. And I'm back in the squad. I'm delighted to be back representing my country, and I just want to continue playing.
It's a remarkable tale, isn't it? Because you were released by Ipswich last summer and had to go on trial at Sheffield United to even get a contract.
Yeah, I was saying before, I was out of contract. Ipswich didn't want me. The new manager said I wasn't for him. There weren't many clubs, that wanted to take me. And I went on trial at Sheffield United, and I think that's what I needed, kind of thing. It was like a kick up the backside, to show me where I'm at, and that proves why I haven't been selected for my country. I think my form hasn't been good enough. Now I've got the oomph back, and I'm enjoying playing my football again.
And is Mick McCarthy a good fit for you as well as a former manager?
Yeah, I think Mick's a good fit for anyone. He's a great manager, but as well he's a top man. Got a lot of respect. You show him respect, he'll show you the same amount of respect back. And that's what you can ask for. So hopefully, all the boys are liking him so far. They all know about him, and hopefully it'll be a successful campaign under him.
James, congratulations. Call up for the first time. When did you hear it, and what were your thoughts?
I heard about the provisional squad a couple of weeks back. I didn't really get my hopes up too much because I knew the squad was going to get cut. And then when the news came through last Thursday that I'd made the cut, then yeah, I was delighted, and it's a real honour.
Because you're 28 now, aren't you? Yeah. But you represented Ireland at youth level.
Yeah.
Did you fear the chance of playing in the senior squad had gone?
Yeah, definitely. I was always realistic to think that you had to play at a certain level to play for the senior squad. The calibre of strikers that Ireland have had over the years, and I always knew that you had to be maybe Championship and above, and I've had to work my way up from the bottom, and I'm really fortunate that the Gaffer's given me a chance this year being in League One.
Yeah, why have things clicked, you think, this season? You're banging them in, aren't you?
I think I've got a great squad at Luton. We're doing really well. We've kicked on from last year. That momentum from getting promoted last year, maybe we've carried that on. We had a great manager, Nathan Jones. Obviously, he's gone to Stoke now, but the boys have just carried on their form, and they're a big part of me scoring all my goals this year.
Even so, from League One to international football, it's quite a jump, isn't it? Were you a little bit nervous going into your first training session?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was nervous yesterday meeting all the boys, but the lads have been great. I know a lot of them from a time with the 21s. Obviously, people like Didsy and that made me feel really welcome. And then going into today's session, it was nice to be out in the grass with all the lads and the calibre of player that's in the squad.
David, you're in great form at the moment. You've been in previous Ireland squads, but considering your form at the moment, is this your best chance of finally nailing down a starting place permanently, do you think?
Maybe, I'm one of the older ones now. When I first come in, there was a few. It was like Kevin Doyle, Shane Long, Darryl Murphy, Robbie Keane was still playing. So as a humble lad, I knew I might not have got the minutes, but now 31, I think all the strikers are all good players, all scoring goals. So I think it's real open at the minute. I think it's under Mick, it's how you train. If you train well, if you impress him in the week, then he's got no problem of throwing you in anyone. Like you say, he's scoring goals for Luton in League One. He hasn't looked at that and thought, oh, it's League One. He deserves his chance, and he'll do. If you do that in training, he'll give you the chance. So it's down to us as players to do that.
But you must be confident of being able to nail down a starting place, would you? Yeah,
always confident. You need to be confident, and Mick knows what I can do. So if he picks me, then that'd be great. I'll be delighted to get back out of there because it's been a long 18 months.
Just final one from me. Just in the previous campaign, I think we scored 4 goals in 9 games in the whole of the year. Do you think you could have got more of an opportunity, perhaps?
No, I don't think so. I think my form wasn't good enough to get in, and that's just me being personal. I think I scored 6-7 goals at Ipswich last year. You know, that's not knocking down no one's door to come in and get a chance. You know, so I don't think that's the case. You know, I was watching the games. You know, praying for the boys. It just wasn't happening. But that's just football, and I don't think I should have been selected to come and play just for that. You know, it's different times now. I found myself back on my feet now, so hopefully I can bring that into this one.
Cheers.
David, there were some rumours or stories that your absences from recent squads under the previous manager was due to a falling out or some kind of dispute with him. Was there any truth to that, or was it just your form? No, I think people are searching for something there. I think it was just down to form with players coming into the squad, you know, Shawnee Maguire, Scotty Hogan, Aidan O'Brien, Ronan Curtis, all young boys coming through. He wanted to look at them. I wasn't doing the business. I know we had a conversation after one of the games, the Moldova games, I think it was. I didn't get on the bench, and we spoke about it, and that was it. You know, I think people are trying to reach out for something that. Argument that was never there. I got great respect from Martin and Roy, the staff. They gave me my debut at USA some 4 years ago, I think it was. You know, I'm always being an honour to them for doing that. They've had great careers on coaches and players, and I hold them in high regards. That conversation when you weren't on the bench, was that you saying, why wasn't I on the bench, or the manager telling you why you weren't? Who initiated
He's
that?
pulled. Obviously, you have conversations about when you don't make the bench with. Mick will have it. Our gaffer Mick will have it on Saturday. You know, if someone doesn't get it every week, there's a conversation with players before games why they're not getting selected, and players aren't happy. Every player wants to play, and it's no different. You know, I wasn't happy that I wasn't playing, but there was no fallout. We spoke about it, and we went and had breakfast after. You know, there's nothing. There's no difference. It's just football. There's conversations every day, and that's just how it is.
I just on the trial, the fact that you had to go on trial at the beginning of the season. How long did you have to prove yourself, and what did you have to do to prove yourself?
Well, I don't think there was doubt in my ability. I think it was more fitness. Like I said, I've been struggling with my fitness, so they wanted to come and have a look at me. We played a game. I came on a Monday, trained on a Monday, had a trial game on a Tuesday, and then the contract was offered straight away. Then, but it was like a week long. But obviously, when I played the trial game, I think there was a few teams that seen the game, so they wanted to tie me down, and it was the best thing I've done. You know, I signed a year there, done well, and I've signed a new contract there, so I've got another 2 years after this. You know, it's a great club. I'm enjoying my time there. You know, having a really successful season, and it's a perfect fit for me.
Great. And James, congratulations on your call-up. Since it's your first call-up, I mean, do you have to do any kind of initiation ceremony? You have to get up and sing in front of the...
I'll be in a few days, don't worry about that.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but it seems to be the normal thing when you move club or you go into a new environment. So it's not nothing I've never done before. So
what are you going to sing?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
What's he going to sing?
I'll be all right. I think I ain't got a great voice, but I'll be all right.
We're trying to get over morale here.
Yeah.
David, what should he sing?
Oh, I think he's got a soft little girl's voice underneath that big man. A bit of Whitney or Mariah.
Yeah. Don't mind a bit of Whitney.
David, just on Sheffield United, obviously just yourself, John Egan and the Stephen, Scott Hogan. There seems to be a great Irish core there. How good is it now to bring that over here onto the international scene? Yeah,
you know, me, John and the Scotty, we're always talking all the week, you know, about boys doing well and everything. And obviously John and Enda have been playing every week, and they've been two of our best players. You know, John's a rock, you know, kept 8 clean sheets in a row. That's partly down to John, you know, every week. Enda has been flying down that left-hand side, you know, assist. He's up there in our top assist in our team. He's got better and better. Since I've come to the club from summer to now, he's completely come on. And I reckon it'd be a big plus for Ireland now on that left-hand side if he plays. But just being in the squad, you know, I think he's a really, really good player. I rate him really highly, both of them, as I do.
And just, I suppose, a question for both, because you both are playing at clubs that are flying high in your respective leagues. How important do you feel personally to kind of bring that confidence onto the international scene? Do you both feel like you're kind of in good form? You've played so well at club level that you can repeat that now on the international scene?
Confidence is key. You know, I think I've been down there at the bottom, and when you come to join up with the camp, they're asking you how's things going, and you're just like, we're not doing the best, to be fair. But when I've come in this camp and you say, you boys are flying, and you can say, yeah, we are, and you can bring that onto the pitch. I think it's really key. A lot of the boys are doing well out there in their clubs at the minute, so hopefully we can all bring that in. And I think it's a clean slate for everyone. Coming in, Mick will be watching training, and I think it's a case for everyone to show them what they can do in the week, to make that team. And obviously, if you've got the confidence of bringing it from the club level to you, it will give you in high regards.
Yeah, I think a lot of conversations started in the week with boys saying, "Oh, you boys are flying, like," and it seems to be a common thing throughout the squad, which can only be good for the squad. And going into these two games with most players in the squad doing really well at their club level, so hopefully that can continue and we can get some good results.
And just finally for me, James, have you been keeping an eye on the Irish team kind of through the years?
I have always looked from a distance, but as I said earlier, I think I always knew that you had to be at a certain level to have any realistic chance of getting in with the calibre of strikers that Ireland have had. So I always did look, and I always supported when they were playing. But I'm really grateful that the Mix gave me a chance for this campaign.
Thanks, guys.
David, you mentioned earlier that you've been in squads with Robbie. How strange is it to meet up now when he's on the coaching staff?
Yeah, it's really strange, We just had a training and he's on the sidelines, passing the ball with him and shouting at us. It's a bit strange, but, to me, Robbie's a legend, I think we all think that. So it's strange, but, I want to work with him, I still feel at any age you can still learn off him, for the player he was, for what he knows and what he can bring. I think it's a great addition, and I'll be listening to him all week.
James, your career, you've had an eventful few years on and off the pitch. How have you grown as a player and as a person from those experiences?
Yeah, I think I've grown up a lot in the last few years. Obviously, like everyone else, made mistakes along the way and learnt from them and matured into to my man. Really, I've got a young family now, which always helps, and you have to grow up because it's not just me that I'm supporting now. I've got a family to support as well, so you can't really afford to slip up anymore. And I definitely think that's helped me on and off the pitch.
James, again, congratulations on your call-up. We spoke to Mick a couple of weeks ago about you, and he spoke very highly in terms that he remembered you from your reserve team, or youth team days, even playing against the Wolves reserves, and he's kept an eye on you in that sense. And he also spoke about the fact that he would be more inclined and more comfortable putting a player in who is in form, especially a goal scorer, and in terms of if a chance drops, he'd rather a man who's confident to put the ball away rather than someone maybe hasn't scored many this season. Does that give you confidence that you're going to be involved in terms of either or both games, and as opposed to just being the new boy making up the numbers?
Yeah, hearing stuff like that from the manager, it can only give you confidence, and for him to say nice things like that is really good news for me, and hopefully I can repay him with that, because at the minute in my club, if a chance comes, I'm confident I'll take it. So when you're playing with high quality of players like I will be during this campaign, with the ability we've got in this squad, then hopefully that can get me more chances. And if one does fall to me, then hopefully I can repay the gaffer with picking me with a few goals.
And just in terms of back home, I suppose one of the most visible groups on Ireland away matches are often the Luton Town Irish away. Have they, is there a strong Irish community there that are really wishing you well? Have they been in touch with you and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I've got two of my good friends at Luton, Alan Sheehan and Alan McCormack. They're Irish boys, and they've been. I think they're on about coming over to the game next week in the Aviva, and they're really supportive of me, and they've backed me all the way, and I think they're really happy for me as well. But they've got a big game on Saturday to concentrate on, and back at home, and I've got these games to concentrate on.
Best luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.